Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. Welcome, everyone, to Mondays with Marina. This is an opportunity for me to do some readings for the folks in the chat. I will go through some of the rules, okay, and I'm probably going to have to go through the rules several times as we go along. So, here we go. Rule number 1. Do not enter if you've already received a reading from anyone in the last 48 hours. And no help or third-party questions. And then, the other rule is, please don't ask what your spirit guides want you to know. Be specific. And I mentioned again, no medical or third-party questions. So what's a third-party question? Will my son get the job he applied for? Will my husband get the promotion at work? Will my mother's tests turn out okay? Those are all things that require me to get into someone else's energy, and I don't have their permission to read on them. So, if it's best to stay away from that. And if your questions are more of a private nature, then consider booking a reading. And to do that, you can go to my website. Here it is. It's marinasheartcentertarot.com. You can go on there and book a half-hour reading, an hour reading. It can be, tarot. It can be mediumship. It can be the combination of the two. Whatever works for you. You can also gift someone with a reading or a course, whatever the case may be. So there's a lot of information on the website, marinasheartcentertarot.com. So go on there, take a look, see what works for you, and explore, see what's on there. So that kind of, okay, I've gone through the rules. Oh, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay. And if you want to get in for a chance to win a reading, type in #frozen in the comment section. And I'll be using the giveaway tool. And if you are a winner, and only if you are a winner, I need you to type your question in all caps right away. So that I'd like to get to as many readings as I can. So I'll give you an opportunity. I'll give you a minute to get your question in, and then don't hear from you, I'll go on to someone else. I think it's only fair. So if you enter for a reading and then leave, I can't do that. I can't do that. So I hope that everyone has had a lovely weekend. I hope that you're looking forward to the week. I think it's going to be a very interesting week. Look for something major to come down tomorrow and Saturday. Those are the big days that I've been kind of dealing with. Okay. So, I will say hello to Deanna, Franco, Jackie B. Hello, Jackie B. Dibs BK, of course, was here first. Thank you, Dibs. We've got Luna's mom, Tracy, and we've got Roman. Hey, Gold Monday XY. Artist Liz is here. James Spear from Tampa. Hello, James. Dolores Aguayo is here. Let me see, Jackie. Oh, I did say hi to Jackie. Okay, Deanna Franco. Janice updated. Lovely to see you. Tapioca Thievery. Hello, Karen. Nice to see you here. TW. Welcome, welcome. Rebecca. Liet M. Hello and welcome. Diane Miller. Ellen R. Who else? Who else? I hope I don't miss anyone. The artist Liz, if I haven't said hello to you. Lois, of course. Lois T. Lois was here in the very beginning as well. So hello, hello. Mary Hernandez Walker, nice to see you here. And there we are. Okay. Okay. So, like I said, I hope that you had a very pleasant weekend. I know some of you on the East Coast are really, really dealing with some nasty, nasty weather. So I hope stay safe, stay warm. Check in on your neighbors. Like, hey, Viviani. Yeah, check in on those that that are in your neighborhood, and maybe just quick knock on the door saying, hey, I just wondered if you need anything, and look out for the animals that are out there, because there's going to be some that are going to try to brave that, and just do what you can. Be nice. And and Sanity Claus, hello, welcome. Well, okay, I think we can probably get started. And let me put this up on screen. And so I'll draw four names at a time. Okay. So like I said, if you're a winner, post your question in right away in all caps. Don't wait. I'll only call on you a couple times. Deanna Franco. Wonderful. Okay, Deanna, please put your question in right away. And then we have Diane Miller. Wonderful. And just remember what I said. If you've gotten a reading from someone in the last 48 hours, and believe me, we keep track. We know. So, Rebecca, Leah TM, please post your question. And then last in this group is going to be who is it? Shemali. All righty. So, Deanna Franco, I see you. You're in there. Thank you. And Deanne Miller, I see you. Okay. Rebecca and Gemma Lee. Get your questions in. That's your second call, third call. And then go to someone else. Da, 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 da. Looking forward to these. Looking forward. Okay. Rebecca and Gemma Lee. Third and final call. All righty. Let's pick two more. And we have Jackie B. And after Jackie B, we have. Da, 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 Artist Liz. Alrighty. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Jackie. Okay. And okay. Jackie B. Artist Liz, get in there. Second call. Well, thank you, Bunny Young. That is very, very kind of you. Very kind. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Gemma Lee, I'm sorry you weren't here in time, so I won't be able to answer your question because it wasn't posted in time. I've already moved on. Okay, so both Jackie B and artist Liz have said to go to someone else. So just means you guys get a better chance. Okay. And Dolores. Yeah. Right, Dolores, please post your question in right away. And, and, and Lightseeker 60. Please post your questions. Okay, so Dolores and Lightseeker 60, please post your questions in right away. Yes, Gemma, I'm sure that you did, hun, but I called out 3 times. It was for you and for Rebecca. 3 times to get you to post your question, and on the 3rd time I moved to somewhere else. So I'm sorry, I don't have time to wait. Okay, so please, Dolores and Lightseeker, second call. Yeah, thanks Viviani for putting that in. Yes, yeah. If you don't post your question in time, we'll find someone else. Okay, I'm not hearing anything from Lightseeker or from Dolores. Okay. So I will just go with the ones that we have. And then we'll see Lightseeker General. Lightseeker, I need you to be more specific, please. Not just general, but more specific. Yeah. So we've got, okay, Dolores Franco. Will my life be best in California or in Utah? And will my puppy be happy? Let me put that up there. Yes. Yeah. Liz, I see. Yeah. Lightseeker did post, but I need them to be specific. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Lightseeker. Okay. And Deanna Franco. Let's see. What do we got? How are things going for you? Ooh, see both sides. Okay. So I think that, you know what? Either place is going to be good for you because it's going to be a change. I think that you're yeah. you're kind of done with the place where you're at, right? You're finished, right? So, yeah, I think that you're going to be happy either place. Because yeah, right now, discontent, loss. You've kind of had it with things. So, yeah, I'm trying to pick up and see which one will be better. Prepare and organize. Okay. And completing a cycle. All right. If you're I think that Utah would work well for you because you kind of want things to be a little slower than what you're used to. Now, having said that, you want to make sure that it's not going to be too slow. Okay. Just remember your Utah is not party central. So if you like to socialize, it may be a little difficult to do that in Utah. So for that reason, I'm thinking maybe California is California is the place you ought to be. And your puppy is going to be happy no matter where they are, because it's wherever you are. That's when they're happy. They're happy wherever you are. So, yeah, that works. And oh, Buck, hello. Nice to see you. And Book says, come out to Utah. I need you, Deanna. Okay. All right. So then we have got Diane Miller, who says, does my late husband, Nathan, have a message for me? And thank you, Viviani, for posting that, and Jackie B and everyone who's helping out. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I realize I don't say it enough. I think it in my head, and I just assume that you can pick up on it, but I really appreciate all the help. And by the way, folks, say hi to Dawn Turner, who's behind the scenes helping out. So, okay. All right. Nathan, what does Nathan have to say? Well, I start off with longevity. And that is a long life. You know, he's saying, look, I had a good run. I really did. I had a good run. And you know, I'm looking forward to reconnecting with you again, just not too soon, right? Don't be so anxious to get up here, right? Yeah, he realizes that you've got some heavy burdens that are weighing you down, and you know, he's apologizing that he didn't plan things out as well as he could have. So, you know, he's saying, yeah, I realize that I'm, you know, you're having to clean up some of my mess. And that's, he's sorry for that, but he's also saying, you know what, you can do this. You may think that that it's too much for you, but it's not. You can absolutely handle it. And then I get clarity. I can see things clearly. Yeah, he can. He realizes that the things that he took care of, the things that he did, and sometimes the way that he approached life and he approached you, weren't always weren't always the way that you would want him to. And he sees all the quote unquote mistakes that he made. And he's saying thank you for being as patient with him as you were. He also mentioned fishing, so I don't know if he liked to fish or if you like to fish, or you did a lot of fishing together. But he's mentioning fishing, and I see him casting the line. So he wants you to continue to do things that you used to enjoy, right? So there you go. I hope, Diane, I hope that makes sense to you. So, and I do want to say thank you, Susan Rotella, for that lovely super sticker. I appreciate it very much. As you know, it's you're one of my regular supporters, and believe me, it does not go unnoticed. So thank you. And Leah Omega has joined us. Patrick Duncan has joined us. Book Bewitched, I said hello to. And for Truth Watchers, thank you for being here. Okay. Yeah. You're welcome, Diane. You're welcome. Okay. And then we have all right. We've got Dolores, who said, how the next years for me at my job. Thank you. 2 months. Okay. How are the next 2 months for your job? Well, you're okay. Hello, Joan Baker. Nice to see you. Thank you, Liz. Thank you for posting that. And thank you, Leah Omega. That is very generous of you. Okay. So the next couple months, Dolores, I think is I get end of the battle. So whatever it is that you've been going through at work, it's going to settle down. It's going to resolve itself. I also got unexpected surprise. So the whether that is whether that means that the person who's been the person who has been kind of at the center of a lot of this unease is either gone, or you are promoted into another position, so you don't have to deal with them. Okay, when that happens, release and let go. Don't just thank the universe for everything having worked out, and say, you know what, I am so very happy in this with this new circumstance. It's fabulous. I love going to work, and so on. So I hope that answers your question. Yeah. Okay. And then we've got Lightseeker, who says, will my house plans go through? Okay. Will your house plans go through? Will your house plans go through? Yes, not as quickly as you'd like them to. I start off with time to reflect. And brain fog, confusion, And home and family. Okay. So I think that you're being asked um, to consider the decisions that you're making, and are you making them sort of with are you making them in order to start something new, or are you making them in terms of wanting to get away from something? Because if you're if you're thinking of moving and going someplace else and there are unresolved issues, you know what, they're going to follow you. It doesn't matter where you live. The issues are going to go with you. So maybe the time to reflect means take a look at the reasons for why you're doing this. Make sure that they are honest and that they truly resonate with you, and that you're not just trying to uh, kind of put yourself in a different location, thinking that things are going to be different. A home and family also tells me that you're you're very much a a homebody. You're someone who likes their space, who likes to have their things, and you're not feeling um, exactly safe at the moment. I'm going to pull another card just to see. Yeah, vitality boost. Okay, so yeah, I think that take time to think about what it is that you're doing, why it is that you're doing it, and huh, yeah, need more space. Yeah, yeah, more space is great, but more space means more to clean. So, um, but I think that if that is what you want, then that's exactly what's going to work out for you. So there you go. I hope that that resonated. All right. So let's go back to the spinning wheel, the fickle finger of fate, and let's pick four more. So, and remember, if you're a winner, post your question right away, and put it in all caps so it gets my attention. Luna's mom, Tracy. Okay. And whoops, something just popped up. And then literary lady. Please post your question right away. Ah, Salama, what, what, Salama, wait a minute. Okay, I'm sorry if I am butchering that name. I apologize. So, Salama, please put your question in right away. Or Salama. And last but not least in this group is Viviani Heller. Viviani, get your question in. There you go. Okay. Salama, got you. Oh, she says, please choose someone else. Okay, thank you, Viviani. All right, let's go with someone else. And of course, if my own name pops up, I'm not reading for myself. just so you know. James Spear. Excellent. James. Please post your question. Oh, lovely, Viviani. Excellent. Okay. Literary lady, please post your question right away. And Luna's mom, Tracy. Gotcha. Thank you, Dolores. That is very, very kind and generous of you. I appreciate that very much. Someone else. Oh, artist Liz is lagging so much. Okay. Well, Tracy, James Spear. So far I see Luna's mom's Tracy and I see Selma. So literary lady and James Spear. Okay, literary lady, got you. James. Okay. All right. So we'll start with Luna's mom, Tracy, who says, my friend Jim from high school died suddenly 16 years ago. Does he have any messages for me? You know what? He's not really wanting to share a whole lot, and it's like not. Whoops. Let me remove that from there. Okay. I think that he is like, you guys weren't you were, you were friends, you were acquaintances, but he's giving me the impression that you weren't that tight, or that maybe the relationship meant a little more to you than it did to him. He's coming through and he's saying, yeah, affection. He's coming through. He's giving you a hug, and he's saying, yeah, thank you, for the friendship, but he doesn't really have a whole lot that he wants to share. He's transformed different forms, so he may have already reincarnated here, and maybe that's why I'm not picking up too much from him, is he might have done a quick cycle and reincarnated. And mishandling, mistakes made. There's yes, his passing was sudden, and it's hard to know if mistakes were made, but I think that okay, and he's saying no mistakes, that he when the paramedics arrived, he didn't tell them everything that he did. He kept something back. And that's kind of what happened. Introspection, feeling alone. He's he very much needed to learn some lessons on this side, and part of the lesson was, I think, that he was nice to everyone, but he kept people at bay. He didn't really let too many people get too close to him. So I hope that at least somehow answers your question, but I think it's entirely possible that he may have already reincarnated, and maybe that's why I'm not getting too much from him. So I hope that resonates with you, Luna's mom. Okay. And then we had Literary Lady, who says, is there anything I need to know about my new roommate and housing situation? Oh, it definitely does. You're more than welcome, Luna's mom. You're more than welcome. Yeah. Okay. Whoops. Different set of cards. Different set of cards. What's a new roommate like? Okay. New roommate is a little bit of a scatterbrain. Not that they're not mean. They're just not very self-aware. So you may find yourself having to post the house rules, right? And make sure that they are that they're talked about frequently. It's that the roommate is just all over the place, right? And like I said, not mean about it, just not self-aware. So you may need to really make sure that they understand what the house rules are. I'm just about to write up a lease agreement with them and feel sketchy. Yeah. You're okay. Innovative idea. That means, doing the same thing, but maybe in a new way, in a different way. Okay. Avoid or keep to yourself. You don't want to be isolated. A choice will be made. And burdens, responsibilities. I think that if you are going to write an agreement with them, make sure that there are things in the agreement that address house rules and the consequences of not following house rules. If drinking is something that you're particularly concerned about, and you are not a drinker yourself or whatnot, again, you're an adult. I can't stop you from drinking, but the 10 o'clock, no friends, no company, no whatever, past 10 o'clock. And particularly if they've been drinking. Okay. What that is going to do is, if they are not planning on following the rules, they're going to let you know that, oh yeah, no, I'm not. I'm an adult. I can drink as much as I want when I want. That's going to be your sign that, okay, well, in that case, you might want to find another place. But hey, thank you for being here. Thank you for checking out the place. I wish you all the best. I think that if you put the rules and the consequences of not following the rules, and I mean clear consequences, right? For first offense of something, I'm just gonna you get a warning. Second second offense is, there's going to be some kind of a penalty. Third offense, you're out. Like, no, you're out. That's it, right? So that, yeah, the rules are quite clearly stated and the consequences stated. Becoming the financial beast of burden while he says he's, quote, looking for a job. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm honestly, literary lady, yeah, you, if there is no job within 14 days, this is done, and yeah, you're out. You're out. That, yeah, you do not want to pay for someone else to live in your space. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, it feels sketchy. I would, if you can, I would move on to someone else. Okay. And then we've got Selma, who says, may I have a reading on job opportunities in the coming month, as I've been jobless since October, really tired and concerned. Oh, I bet. Oh, I bet. You're welcome, literary lady. Yeah. What? For Salima. What are job prospects for Salima? I do think that something is coming around the corner, and it's a position that um, it's a position that you applied for and you either didn't hear back, um, or they told you, yeah, you made it into the final kind of running, but we gave the job to someone else. It feels like they're going to reach out. There is an end to the battle. Things are going to improve. They are going to get better. Hey, proceed carefully. So if this place that you have that you've already applied for, and they turned you down for a job, if they're reaching out to you, find out why the person that they gave the job to, why they left. You might want to dig a little further, so that if um, the proceed carefully just tells me, don't be so determined to take the first thing that comes along, because you need a job. Make sure that it's going to be a good fit. Comfort zone, something that you're familiar with, something that is going to make you happy. I do think that there is something that is coming through. Yeah, fixing the problem. I think uh, I would say probably, you know what, by the end of March at the latest, I think um, you're going to be employed, and it's going to be something that you're going to like doing, and something that you're going to enjoy. So I hope that resonated with you. Okay. And James says, can I have a message from Pat Gedroig, who has passed away? Get a rope. Okay. Pat. Pat. Oh. Okay. I don't know why, but he's speaking to me with a little bit of an accent, and he's saying, "Oh, I had a good run. Oh man, yeah, I had a good run. We had some good times." Um, he's he's talking about taking an instrument off a wall in a bar and laughing a lot. Like, to him, that was quite something to to do that. What else you got to say? Okay, I shuffled, but I got mishandling, mistakes made. Um, the blink of an eye. Life is fleeting. And you are loved in my heart. I think that he appreciated knowing you, and memories, reminiscences. Okay. Oh, she had as a female, I think. Oh, could be book, could be. Who's passed away? Maybe if that's the case, it was a good time. Still the same message. Yeah, a lot of memories, a lot of reminiscences, a lot of you know funny stories. It's almost like the two of you could wind each other up, in that one of you would remember a story, and then the other one would pick up on it, and before you know it, you've got a you're sharing memories with a group who are very excited to kind of be around you and to kind of live vicariously through you. Um, you're yeah, you were very, very dear to Pat, whether Pat was male or female, but yeah, you were very um, dear to them. And I think that they want you to don't just live in the memories, make new memories. Do things that excite you, that make you happy, that you're going to be able um, to retell new memories as time goes on. Because yeah, blink of an eye, when you think about how long we have been um, part of the universe, part of the cosmos. Our life here it's like blink of an eye. So yeah, you're welcome, James. But yeah, it sounds like some great times. So there you go. There you go. All right. And hey, have I got I think I'm gonna have time for maybe a couple more. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. And oh, Anja, please post your question. And after Anja, I got done. Donna Ortiz. Donna. Okay, Donna Ortiz. Donna Ortiz. Got it. Okay. Donna Ortiz, get your question in. If if we have time, yeah, I'll certainly pull a couple cards for for the collective. Okay. Donna, I know you're in here. You just said hello. Wasn't expecting a reading. Uh, oh. So Anja says, "Hi Marina, will my subdivision be successful in getting additional money to pay for Helene repairs, or will we be assessed?" Oops. Oops. Changing decks. Changing decks. Will you get you're probably going to have to fight for every dime, and it's you're filing an appeal. Okay, good. Yeah, and yeah, it feels like there are people who want to be able to help you, but their hands are tied, so they're not able to do a lot of things for you. So um, and the higher ups are, yeah, they're going to make you work for every dime. Okay, how is that going to go? Um, Beautify glow up could be a yes in terms of fixing those things. Vehicle transport, lack of motivation, not as expected. Okay, I think that they can see, or at least some of the people can see that this is something that's necessary, that needs to be done. Um, part of part of it is that some of the people are having a hard time understanding what the damages are, and how the damages impact you, and so on. It's almost like they've turned off a thinking part of their brain, so they're really not, there's there's nothing in it for them if they side with you. So I think that the job going forward is going to have catastrophic landslide under our main road. Ooh. Okay, all right. So vehicle transport, that's what it is, main road. You're going to need them to come out and actually drive on that road, be on that road, um, actually go through and see for themselves what was there. And then I think that might change their thinking and their mind. But yeah, for right now, there's there's nothing in it for them. But yeah, bring them on the road, bring them where the landslide was. Tell them to park there for a little while, because yeah, blocked off, no traffic. There's a reason for that. You want them there. You want them to see what that is, what the impact of that is. Um, because yeah, right now it's just to them it's an inconvenience. So, you go 4 blocks north and you turn right. And, how bad can it be? You want them right there. You want them right there, so that it's like, okay, yeah, it's not inconvenient. Well, then you go around. You go first. We'll follow you. So I hope that's helpful, Anja. Yeah. Okay. And then Donna. Donna would just like a general. She said, okay, take a number in these circumstances. Yeah. Yes, Anja, I get you. I get you. Okay. So, yeah, Donna Ortiz, that I don't generally like to do for, what message does spirit have for me, because that's very broad. And I like specific questions. So while I appreciate you phrasing it that way, I'm just going to tune into whatever comes in first, and see what that is. Okay. And okay, you know what? As a matter of fact, here's what we'll do, Donna. Book had also suggested that we do a collective, so I'm going to pull a couple cards for the collective. How's that? And let me go to the intuitive whispers. And yes. So what do we have? Okay, we start off with split your focus. There's a couple things that we're going to be asked to pay attention to, that it's almost like, two opposing things can be true at the same time, and that's kind of what will be that's what we'll be asked to deal with. It's time to shine. Okay, so as you're splitting your focus, you're making decisions about what it is that you're going to concentrate on, where it is that you're going to put your energy, and what it is that you want to manifest into reality. I do want to point out, I don't know if you could see, yeah, there's that tiger, and the tiger is very, very low, and tigers are very, when they're in pursuit, when they're hunting, when they're getting ready to leap, they don't just sleep. They watch what's around them. They look at different escape routes. They're splitting their focus is what they're doing before they're ready to pounce. Yeah, and so it's time to focus in on those things that are important to you, and be ready to move on a moment's notice. Have your plan already in mind in terms of what you're going to do, how you're going to proceed. The idea of if A happens, we're going to do this. So I'm just getting, what we have to be prepared for, especially this week, for something that is kind of going to rock us a little bit, and we just need to be prepared to be moved to action. And that action doesn't need to be it doesn't need to be, physical. We're going to take up arms. Quiet protest is very effective. So yeah, just be, yes, Donna, yeah, don't be scared, be prepared. There you go. That works. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for being here with me. I'm going to be on at 7 p.m. again on Allie's channel. It's the, I believe we're going to be on Allie's channel. Hold on. Yeah, it's the LSD show, the Letting Spirit Drive show, and it's the end of the month. So it'll be Allie, myself, and Arthur. Looking forward to that. So make sure that you join us for that. Check out, I did post my schedule in the under the post section on YouTube, so you'll know what I'm up to this week and what it is that I'm doing. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot to me when you do that. So thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, Dawn, for being behind the scenes and for helping out. And thank you to artist Liz, Jackie B, Viviani, and everyone behind the scenes who helps, because you make this look easy for me. All right, everyone, take care, and I will see you later.